The gavel slams down, its sharp crack slicing through the thick tension of the courtroom. Every head turns in unison, eyes locking on Kody Brown, the man whose name once stood for family, unity, and faith, now sitting under the harsh fluorescent lights of judgment. From the front, a lawyer steps forward, holding a sealed envelope as if it contains the weight of an empire about to fall. Within it lies a truth so corrosive, so unimaginable, it threatens to burn down everything the sister wives' family ever pretended to be. The silence stretches, suffocating. Then the lawyer's voice breaks the stillness. "Mr. Brown," he says, measured and cold, "are you ready to confess the presence of your fifth wife?" A ripple runs through the courtroom. Gasps, murmurs, the crack of disbelief in the air. The words strike like thunder. Fifth wife. The walls themselves seem to hold their breath. Christine's hand tightens around the edge of the table until her knuckles go white. Janelle opens her mouth, but no sound escapes. Meri sits rigid, her face pale, eyes glistening with tears that refuse to fall. Robyn clutches her chest, whispering frantic prayers beneath her breath, as though divine intervention might rewind what's already been set in motion. The lawyer tears open the envelope slowly, each rip of paper echoing through the hall. He draws out a stack of documents and lays them, one by one, before the judge. Marriage certificates, bank transfers, and finally, a photograph. Christine inhales sharply. The photo shows Kody, years younger but unmistakably him, standing beside a veiled woman whose hand rests tenderly on his arm. The courtroom freezes. The judge's voice drops to a grave register. "These are serious allegations. Mr. Brown, do you affirm that this is you in the photo?" Kody's jaw tightens. His silence roars louder than any words could. The air feels charged, brittle, seconds from breaking. Meri's voice quivers out, almost a whisper meant for herself. "He said we were everything, all of us. But there was always someone more." And in that instant, the courtroom ceases to be a place of justice. It becomes a battlefield. The lawyer continues unshaken. "The woman pictured here is legally recognized as Kody Brown's fifth wife, and together they have a child." The world stops. Gasps explode across the benches. Christine slaps a trembling hand to her mouth. Janelle shakes her head violently. No, this can't be true." Robyn cries out, voice cracking under denial. "This is a lie, a setup. He wouldn't do that to us." But the judge isn't moved by tears. "If these claims are true, Mr. Brown, this court demands the truth about your fifth wife and your child." Finally, Kody speaks, his voice raw, heavy with the burden of years. "You don't know what you're talking about. This is twisted." But his words fall flat, powerless against the storm building around him. The wives stare, the betrayal unspooling in their eyes like film through a reel. The family that once looked perfect on television now lies dismantled in front of strangers. Then the attorney pulls one last sheet from the folder, a birth certificate. The judge puts on his glasses, reading aloud, "Father, Kody Brown." The room detonates. Gasps, screams, the scrape of chairs. The judge's gavel pounds, desperate for order. "Bring the child into the courtroom," he commands. The doors swing open. Footsteps echo, slow, uncertain, but resolute. Every head turns. From the shadows steps a teenager, 16, maybe 17. The resemblance is undeniable. The same sharp jaw, the same eyes that mirror Kody's. The silence shatters. Christine covers her mouth, choking back a sob. Janelle leans forward, eyes wide, searching for some trick, some lie. Meri sits frozen, tears sliding down her cheeks. Robyn is already shaking her head, whispering frantically, No, it can't be true." Kody's body is still, but his hands grip the table so tightly they tremble. The mask is slipping. The man who once commanded 4 wives with confidence now looks hollowed out, a king stripped of his crown. The bailiff guides the teen to the witness stand. The judge leans forward. "State your name for the record." A pause, a dry swallow. Then the voice, soft but clear. "My name is Robyn Brown." The surname echoes like a bomb. Brown. No escaping it now. Christine gasps audibly. "He lied. All these years, he lied." The judge turns toward Kody. "Do you deny this child's identity?" Kody's mouth opens, but no words come. The silence stretches, crushing. Finally, he forces out, "It's complicated." Christine slams her hand on the table. "Complicated? You hid an entire wife and child from us." The courtroom erupts. Robyn cries out, "This isn't what it looks like. You don't understand." The judge's gavel pounds again and again, but chaos reigns. The family isn't just fractured, it's obliterated. When quiet finally settles, the judge nods toward Aiden. Tell this court about your relationship with Mr. Brown. Aiden's voice trembles. He visited sometimes. Not often, but I knew who he was. My mom told me. Christine leans forward. Did you ever meet us? Aiden shakes their head. He said he couldn't, that it would ruin everything. Christine buries her face in her hands. Janelle whispers he kept them in the shadows. Robyn murmurs through tears, he was protecting us. All of us. The lawyer produces more evidence. Photos of Kody smiling at a child's birthday. Letters, years of payments. Mr. Brown, he says coldly, these records show a decade of financial support. You built a second life. Christine stands, voice trembling. A decade? You stole from us to fund another family. Meri's sobs break through. You made me feel like I was the problem. But it was you all along. Kody slams his fist on the table. You don't understand what I was protecting. The gavel drops like thunder. Sit down, Mr. Brown. But the truth is already out of the box, spreading like wildfire. Then comes the dagger. Aiden takes a shaky breath. There's something else I need to tell you. About my mom. Every heartbeat in the room halts. The judge leans forward. Go on. Aiden's voice cracks. She knew. She knew about all of you. The explosion is instant. Christine shoots up. She what? Janelle's jaw drops. Meri whispers, she knew about us? Robyn screams, no, that's a lie. The lawyer raises his hand for silence. Aiden, are you certain? Aiden nods. She said she wasn't just a secret. She was part of the plan. That he promised she'd be acknowledged one day. Kody's composure finally breaks. That's enough. His shout rattles the walls. The judge snaps back. You'll speak when asked, Mr. Brown. Kody sinks down, defeated, his face pale, his secrets devouring him from the inside out. The lawyer's voice cuts again, sharp as a blade. Where is your mother now, Aiden? She wanted to come forward, Aiden whispers, but she's afraid. The judge's tone hardens. Afraid of what? Aiden's eyes flick toward Kody. He told her if she spoke, everything would collapse, that it would destroy him, that she'd be blamed. Christine's fury flares. He silenced her, like he silenced us all. And just when it feels like the courtroom can't hold any more truth, Aiden's final words land like a grenade. She said one of you knew her. The wives freeze. The air turns electric. Christine shakes her head violently. No, that's impossible. Janelle gasps. What are you saying? Robyn's tears stop midstream. It wasn't me. The lawyer steps closer. Aiden, which one? The teenager's eyes dart from face to face. The courtroom goes silent. And then, slowly, trembling, they raise a hand and point. Every gasp hits like a gunshot. The wives recoil. The room explodes into pandemonium. The gavel hammers helplessly, but the truth, whatever it is, has already detonated. Fade to black. But the truth, whatever it is, has already detonated. Fade to black. The judge's gavel crashes again and again, but the harm is already done. The wives are no longer mere victims. They are witnesses to a treachery far deeper than they ever imagined. The courtroom roars with noise, voices overlapping, gasps cutting through air thick with shock. Claire shouts in disbelief. Julia trembles with fury. Rowan sobs uncontrollably, and Miriam, pale, rigid, and cornered, stands at the eye of the storm, her silence a confession in itself. Aiden's finger remains outstretched, accusing, unshaken. Order! The judge bellows, his voice slicing through the chaos like a blade through smoke. The clamor dies, reluctantly, like embers gasping for oxygen. All eyes fix on the accused wife. Miriam rises, her body stiff, knees weak, her hands gripping the table as if to anchor herself in a world that has turned against her. For a moment, she cannot speak. Then, with a trembling breath, she breaks the silence. This isn't what it looks like. Claire's voice cuts sharp and glassy. You knew about her and said nothing. Julia's fury cracks like thunder. All these years, Miriam. You let us believe we were united while you held his secret. Miriam shakes her head, her tears spilling, her voice collapsing under the weight of decades. It wasn't like that. You don't understand. I didn't, the judge interrupts, tone hard. Mrs. Holt, did you have prior knowledge of your husband's supposed fifth marriage? The courtroom leans forward as one. Miriam closes her eyes as though centuries of guilt press down on her shoulders. When she opens them again, the tears glisten, but her voice is firmer. Yes, she whispers. I knew. Gasps explode like shrapnel across the room. Claire slams her fist on the table. You knew, and you let us live like fools. Julia's voice shakes. You betrayed us. Rowan chokes on a sob. You lied to all of us. Across the aisle, Caleb Holt's jaw locks so tight it seems his teeth might shatter. You swore to me, he hisses. Miriam turns on him, her voice breaking into sudden rage. I swore because you begged me to. You pulled me into your lies. You told me she was temporary, that she'd disappear, that silence would keep this family safe. Her words hang in the air, sharp as confession. The courtroom tilts in shock. The attorney steps forward, voice steady, sensing blood. So, Mrs. Holt, you acknowledge you were aware of this so-called fifth wife. Did you ever meet her? Miriam nods faintly. Once, years ago, Caleb brought us together. He said she wouldn't last, that she was only an arrangement. Claire's fury builds. You call that protection? You call that love? Julia's voice cracks. You let us tear each other apart while you sat on the truth. Miriam's sobs turn frantic. You think I didn't suffer? I lived with this every day, trapped between loyalty and fear. Caleb's voice booms, cutting through her pain. You could have left. You chose to stay because you liked being the martyr. The courtroom gasps. The judge slams the gavel. Mr. Holt, enough! Silence falls like ice. The attorney leans in again. Mrs. Holt, what was her name? The pause stretches into eternity. Miriam glances toward Caleb, his glare a silent warning, but the truth pushes through trembling lips. Her name was Lila. The name detonates in the air, gasps, cries. A name dragged from the shadows into brutal daylight. Claire whispers it to herself, as if trying to make sense of it. Lila. Julia's eyes narrow. Who is she, Caleb? Rowan covers her mouth, sobbing harder. The attorney lays photographs before the court, one after another. Lila smiling beside Caleb. Lila holding baby Aiden. Lila standing before a small house deeded in Caleb's name. The wives recoil. The truth no longer whispers. It screams. Mr. Holt, the lawyer demands, do you deny this woman's existence? Caleb stares at the photos, his lips pressed thin. Finally, a single word escapes him. No. The wives erupt. Pain, betrayal, disbelief flooding the room. You lied to us for decades, Claire shouts. You built another life behind our backs. The judge hammers the gavel until the noise shatters into silence. This court will hear from Lila Holt tomorrow morning. The cliffhanger lands like a thunderclap. Cameras flash outside the courthouse, the air electric with rumors. By dawn, the wives sit hollow-eyed at the table, Claire rigid with rage, Julia restless and trembling, Miriam ghostly pale, Rowan fragile and broken. The doors creak. A hush sweeps the room. Lila Holt enters, ordinary yet monumental, a woman molded by secrecy and survival. No jewels, no glamour, just truth. She takes her seat, lifts her chin, and says in a clear, steady voice, My name is Lila Holt, and yes, I was married to Caleb Holt. The words hit like detonations. Claire stands, shaking. How could you live in the shadows while we lived a lie? Lila doesn't flinch. Because he said you'd destroy me before you'd accept me. Julia stammers, We didn't even know you existed. Lila's gaze slides to Caleb. Exactly. He made sure of that. Caleb slams his hand on the table. Stop it. Mr. Holt, the judge warns. One more outburst and you'll be removed. Lila's composure never wavers. The lawyer continues. Tell us, Mrs. Holt, how did this marriage begin? Lila exhales slowly. Over 15 years ago. He said he needed stability, another piece of his legacy. He promised me a future that our child would be part of his name. But when I became pregnant, I became his shame. He buried me in silence. Miriam sobs openly. He told me you'd vanish, she cries. I thought I was protecting everyone. Lila's gaze softens, pity laced with steel. You weren't protecting us. You were protecting him. The truth ignites the courtroom. The lawyer presses on. Did Mr. Holt support you financially? Yes, Lila answers, but always with conditions: be quiet, stay hidden, never ask for more. Claire's fury explodes. That money was ours. Lila's calm fractures. Do you think it was easy raising his son in secret? Do you think I wanted this life? The room vibrates with sorrow and rage. The lawyer raises one final document. Did he ever promise to leave his other wives? A pause, then softly. Many times. He said we were the future, that they were just obligations. Claire's scream splits the silence. We were his family. The judge slams the gavel. Enough! Caleb's mask finally cracks, sweat glistening on his temple. The attorney leans in one last time. Mrs. Holt, why speak now? Lila's eyes lift toward Caleb, steady, fierce, unafraid. Because I'm tired of being erased. Because my son deserves truth, not lies dressed as love. The silence that follows is absolute. Even Claire's rage falls quiet. Julia looks shattered. Miriam hides her face. Rowan clings to her seat, sobbing quietly. The judge's tone softens. Thank you, Mrs. Holt. This court will resume tomorrow morning when Mr. Caleb Holt will testify. Gavel, silence. And at the heart of it all sits Caleb, hollow-eyed and cornered. Tomorrow, the storm turns inward, because next time, there will be no one left to blame. Storm turns inward, because next time, there will be no one left to blame. It begins with a silence so taut it could shatter glass. Christine's face contorts in disgust. Janelle mutters an oath under her breath. Robyn collapses into explosive sobs, and Meri closes her eyes as if to shut out the world itself. The attorney's voice cuts through the tension like a blade. Why conceal it from your family, Mr. Brown? Why keep this secret buried for more than a decade? Kody leans forward, venom dripping from every syllable, his jaw tight, his eyes gleaming with defiance. Because you wouldn't get it, he hisses. None of you ever got it. I was trying to save what I built to keep it from unraveling. Christine's hand slams against the table with the sound of thunder. Save? She spits, trembling with fury. You call deception, theft, and treason protection? Kody's glare snaps to her like a whip. You ever stood up for me, Christine? You left me long before I left you. The judge's gavel cracks through the uproar. You will address this court, Mr. Brown. But the air is electric now, charged with years of resentment erupting at last, every word like a spark in dry tinder. The attorney presses forward, merciless. Did you provide for Leah and her child financially, Mr. Brown? Divert money intended for your other wives and children? Kody exhales sharply, a sound between defiance and confession. Yes, he admits, I gave them money, but don't twist it. It wasn't stealing. It was my responsibility. Janelle leans forward, her voice trembling with rage. Responsibility? While our children went hungry? While you played secret daddy? Kody's face flushes crimson. Don't act like you carried it all, Janelle. I kept us in the spotlight. I built this family into something. That fame fed you too. The gallery murmurs. The judge pounds his gavel, but it's useless. The court has become a battlefield. Mr. Brown, the attorney says sharply, Leah testified that you called your other wives obligations. Do you deny saying that? The silence is suffocating. Kody's jaw works, his eyes darting to Leah, her stare steady, unflinching. His voice drops to a whisper, then rises to a confession. Yes, he says. I said it. Gasps explode from every corner. Christine's tears spill freely. Janelle clutches the edge of the table like she'll leap across it. Meri sobs out loud, and Robyn covers her ears, shaking her head in disbelief. Christine rises, trembling, voice cracking with grief and fury. Obligations? After all we gave you? After all we built? Kody's roar drowns her out, because that's what it became. You weren't partners anymore, you were shackles around my neck. Leah gave me something you never could, freedom. The room erupts. Wives shriek, reporters gasp, the judge's gavel pounds uselessly as order dissolves. Kody Brown's mask is shattered. For the first time, the man who once ruled over them all stands exposed, raw, unadorned, and unrepentant. The attorney seizes the moment, voice sharp as a knife. Do you deny intending to name Leah and Aiden as your heirs, excluding your other children? Kody falters. The silence is suffocating. Leah's face pales. Aiden grips the stand. Christine's eyes widen in disbelief. Kody opens his mouth, shuts it, then breaks. Yes, he chokes. That was the plan. The courtroom detonates. Christine screams as if struck. Janelle pounds her fists on the table. Meri collapses into tears. Robyn wails soundlessly. Chaos swallows the chamber. The judge's voice is lost beneath the cries. Kody sits hollow, trembling, while his empire of deceit collapses around him. Christine whispers through tears, "You were never our husband. You were always theirs." Janelle's voice cuts cold and final. "You've ruined everything." Meri sobs, "And I helped you. God forgive me, I helped you." Robyn curls forward, her body heaving. "It's all gone," she weeps. Across the aisle, Leah glares at Kody with a look that pierces him to his soul, and Aiden trembles, voice breaking. "You weren't my dad. You were a coward." The gavel falls one last time. "This court is adjourned until tomorrow," the judge declares. But even as the crowd disperses, the damage is permanent. The following day, the courtroom is hushed and heavy. The air still reeks of betrayal. Christine sits upright, fury in her eyes. Janelle clenches her fists. Meri looks hollow. Robyn's face is swollen from crying. Leah and Aiden sit together, ghosts of what might have been. The attorney begins his closing arguments, his voice low but fierce. We have witnessed the fall of a man who built his life on lies. He called his wives obligations. He stole from his children. He betrayed their trust. He crowned himself king of a broken kingdom. Christine nods, tears streaking down her face. They gave him everything, the attorney continues, voice rising. Their loyalty, their faith, their love, and he gave them deceit. If this court allows this man to walk away unpunished, it tells the world that betrayal is without cost. The wives bow their heads as the crowd murmurs. The defense stands. Ladies and gentlemen, Kody's lawyer begins, smooth and steady. We do not excuse his choices, but he is not the monster they paint him to be. He was a man under unbearable pressure, trying to keep a crumbling family together under the glare of the world. Do not destroy what remains of him. Do not erase him. The courtroom is split, half furious, half hopeful. The judge's gavel taps once. Before this court deliberates, he says, each wife may make a final statement. Christine stands, voice quivering with contained fire. He didn't just cheat on me. He cheated every promise, every child, every dream we built together. Don't let him hide behind excuses. Janelle rises next, her tone iron. He preached faith but lived a lie. I gave him loyalty. He repaid it with deceit. No more. Meri stands last among them, trembling. I was his accomplice, she whispers. I kept his lies thinking I was keeping peace. But I was only keeping his power. Robyn stands too, tears streaking her face. I still love him, she cries. I can't help it. I love him. The courtroom hums like a live wire. The judge clears his throat. This court has heard enough. When he finally delivers judgment, the world seems to stop breathing. Kody Brown, he says, you are found guilty of concealing assets, lying to your wives, and maintaining an unlawful union. All accounts under your name will be frozen. Custody arrangements will be restructured. Leah and Aiden Brown are recognized as members of your family, with all rights of protection. Gasps ripple across the room. Christine exhales, half sob, half victory. Janelle nods sharply. Meri covers her face and weeps. Robyn moans in disbelief. Leah clutches Aiden's hand, tears glimmering. And Kody snaps. You can't do this, he shouts, slamming his hand on the table. You can't steal my family. The gavel crashes down. Sit down, Mr. Brown, this court has spoken. Christine rises, her voice a clarion call of truth. You lost, Kody. You don't get to tell the story anymore. Janelle's tone is frost and finality. You'll never control us again. Meri adds, voice weak but resolute. Your secrets die here. Robyn's cry shatters through the noise. I still love him, she wails. The gavel strikes again. This court is adjourned. But as the wives turn to leave, a bailiff rushes to the judge, whispering urgently. The judge frowns, reading from a new document. Before we recess, new evidence has surfaced. Financial records suggest another hidden account under Mr. Brown's name. Possibly another relationship. The room explodes. Christine's hand flies to her chest. Janelle's jaw drops. Meri gasps. Robyn collapses in a faint. Leah stares in shock. Kody goes deathly pale, sinking into his seat, all fight drained from him. The judge's voice is grim. If proven true, this court will reopen to investigate a possible sixth wife. Pandemonium erupts. Reporters screaming, cameras flashing, voices colliding in disbelief. Kody stares blankly ahead, his kingdom reduced to ashes, his secret still multiplying in the dark. The scene fades to black, the narrator's voice barely a whisper. The court has spoken. The family is broken. But one question remains. How many secrets is Kody Brown still keeping? How many secrets is Kody Brown still keeping?